Hey everybody, it's Kenya, and this is the Thank You for Saying No podcast, where we find meaning in life's unexpected turns. Hey everybody, this week we're doing a rejection reflection. These are shorter Thank You for Saying No interviews. They're 10 minutes or less and impromptu with people who have an inspiring Thank You for Saying No moment. That means we record these episodes anywhere and everywhere. We hope it inspires you and helps you start your day off on a positive note. Hey everybody, I'm here with Adam and we are in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I met Adam here at this podcast conference called Empowered Podcasting, and he shared a really perfect Thank You for Saying No moment that I know all the listeners are going to love. So why don't you tell us about your pole vaulting story?
Okay. And what moment do you call it? What moment?
A no moment.
A no moment.
And so it's a time where like either you were told no, said no, or a situation didn't work out, aka pole vaulting, and how you found a way to be grateful for it, or you turned it into something really great.
100%, yeah. And I'm squinting a little bit because I'm just trying to keep out the sun.
I know it's so hot here.
Roasting, but it's nice. But actually, look, they're seeing the wall, but we got a beautiful landscape.
We really do.
It's very cool up on the rooftop. So I was a pole vaulter back in up to 2028, not 2028.
Oh my God, the future.
2008. So I was a teacher, and obviously teachers have the summers off, and so that kind of worked well. I was trying to get to the Olympics as a pole vaulter.
Wow.
So I put all my energy and effort into that, and I was at the UK Challenge final. It was Olympic year. I got into the top 10 in the UK, and so it was rough conditions basically. It was English summertime, so horizontal rain. Just pole vault's not dangerous enough, so we try and do it when you literally can't grab the pole.
Mm-hmm.
Just puddles, slippery. So I was doing all right. I was in 4th place. Obviously the bar goes higher. It's like an elimination scenario. So I needed one more height, and realistically I got to kind of the end of realistically what was safe in those conditions. But it's like life, who wants it the most? Conditions are never ideal, so I went for it, and only I slipped on takeoff, ripped my left knee apart, tore the ACL, all the meniscus cartilage off the end of the bone ends, and that was the end of pole vault. So it was like 2 years of operations, rehab, prehab, another operation. The surgeon said it was like trying to sew wet spaghetti together, and so that was the end of pole vault. For me,
the big no moment.
I could kind of obviously got a lot of other things I could do, but I was known as like Adam the pole vaulter then, and a lot of my identity was in my physicality, and I was obviously very active.
Wow.
So it was more the loss of identity as well, and so it was like 2 years really of these operations and rehab, and then it took about a year, and I kind of hit rock bottom, depression, etc. And then it was that though that I had a lot of obviously spare time. When you're trying to get to Olympics, you're dedicating a lot of time and energy to do other things, and realign and help other people. And so that took me off in a different path, and that's why I was speaking at the event today. So I launched a podcast. I always knew I wanted to do a book to share this, but I knew I couldn't just sit there researching a book. So I launched a podcast 10 years ago, then did a TEDx talk of the same name, and then turned that into a best-selling book in 2018.
Wow.
And so then that's what everyone asked me about. How do you do the TEDx talk, as well as podcasting? But I focused in on helping authors, coaches, and speakers book their TEDx talk to skyrocket their impact. So whatever it is you're doing, if you're doing good things, obviously something like a TEDx can open a lot of doors for you, get more reach, and more people aware of how you help people, and legitimizes you as an expert or a thought leader in that area of expertise.
Right. Yeah. Because I remember when I met you, you said you did that, and I was like, I wonder like why he started. I bet there's a story here. Like I bet there's a really inspiring, motivational story behind what got you started that. And of course there was. So like your big no moment was really your pole vaulting career like completely shifting.
Oh yeah.
And you turned it into something where you can inspire others and help others. Yeah, and everyone's gone through trauma. If you haven't, it's coming, and so it's just part of life. And it's I found that after my stuff, when I hit rock bottom, I beat myself up because I felt like I didn't deserve to feel as bad as I was feeling, because at the end of the day,
technically all I had was a ruined knee. I could still do a lot of things, but it was the fact that it's the worst thing that ever happened to me. So if you have the worst thing that ever happens to you, it's not like a comparison game. Like the worst thing that's ever happened to you is the worst thing. Like someone else will say, oh, well, I've had worse things happen, but it's like,
you feel the same.
Yeah, it's, and then you appreciate the good stuff when you have obviously the challenging times, for sure.
Wow. Well, thank you for sharing that with us.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
So I have a podcast.
Yeah, plug it.
Amplify Your Mission for authors, coaches, and speakers, where we share inspiring people as well and what they're doing to amplify the mission, whether it's podcasting, presenting on stage like TEDx, and publishing. And then I have a niche podcast, Talk Accelerator, how to get a TEDx talk. So that just specifically interviews TEDx speakers, TEDx organizers. Very short, but again, like this, but purely about that experience and what went well, why they did it, what went badly. So that's a useful resource for people.
Nice. Well, thank you so much.
No worries. Thanks.
That was awesome. Follow and subscribe to the Thank You for Saying No podcast, and you'll get every episode as soon as it's released.